Hello, you have made it to level 3 on the recorder. If you've gotten to this point, that means that you have taken all of the lessons in level 1 and level 2, and that you have passed off at least one song in each of those levels too. If you have gotten to this point and you've skipped some of those steps, stop the video, go back to the Recorder Dojo and click the level that you need to be on. If not, you're ready to go. Let's go ahead with level 3. In this level, we're going to be working on reading and playing the note G on the recorder. But before I teach you the note G, we are going to do some rhythmic echoing. So my turn first, and then you go. Pretty easy, right? Well, let's make it a little bit more complicated. Let's turn a rhythmic pattern into a canon. And a canon means that the pattern is going to keep going. So if I clap 2 beats, then you echo those 2 beats. But while you're echoing them, I am going to be playing something different. So it's a little tricky. And in order to show you what a rhythmic canon looks like, I need you to pause this video, go back to Recorder Level 3 Classroom, and click on the hyperlink that says Rhythmic Canon. It's on the whiteboard. That will give you an idea of what it looks like and what it sounds like to have a canon going. If you've watched that and you're ready to go, let's try it. So I'm going to start this out really slowly while I'm playing 2 beats. That's like this, 1, 2. You are listening, and then you're going to echo it while I am playing something else. Here we go. That was really fast. Let's slow down and take it a little bit slower because I'm sure that was really confusing. Here we go. We're going to go really slow this time. A little easier? All right, let's keep going. If you don't have that quite right, it's okay. We're going to keep going on because we need to learn a rhythmic pattern that we're going to be playing on our recorders in canon. So echo after me. This time I will give you breaks between the rhythms. Here we go. My turn first, and then you go. You got it? All right, now I'm going to be playing longer phrases so that you can remember this pattern. Here we go. My turn, and then you. Go. My turn. Go. How was that? Do you still have it? Okay, longer phrases this time. My turn first, and then you go. How is that? Are you ready to do the whole pattern? Let's see if you've got it. My turn first, playing the whole pattern, and then you go and see if you've got it. Here we go. If you need to go back and practice that again until you've got it, go ahead and do that. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we can figure out how that rhythm went. So remember how maybe I forgot. What I need you to do is pause this video and go get a pencil and a paper, because we are going to try to notate the rhythm that I just gave you. So pause the video, go get a pen and paper or pencil, because you might want to erase it. And here we go. So I'm going to clap just the first part and see if you can use those rhythms on the bottom. So the rhythms on the bottom are ta, ta-ti, and ta. And those are all the rhythms that I used in my pattern. So here's the first phrase. So how would you write that down? Pause the video. I'm going to go a little bit fast. So pause it when you need time so that you can write down the rhythm. Here's the next measure. Pause it, write it down. Here's the next one. That's the first half. So let's go ahead and figure out what that is. So we first got ta, ta, ta. So let's go ahead and put this in. Ta, ta, that's our first measure. And remember, these lines right here are the bar lines. So we don't say ta when we get to those. We just it's a way to divide up the measures. So ta, ta, ta. And then what was the next thing? Dun, 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 dun. Ta-ti, ta-ti, ta. Are you checking your answer? Ta-ti, ta-ti, ta. Okay, let's see how we do with this next part. I'm going to clap it, then you're going to pause the video and see if you can write it down. Here we go. Okay, here's the next measure. Oh, those two, well, actually it was 4 measures. Those 4 measures, they are echoes of each other. Ta, ta, ti, ta, ta. And then ta, ta, ti, ta, ta. Did you pause the video? Okay, let's see if we can figure it out. Ta, ta, ti, ta, ta. And then remember how we figured out that it echoes? Let's put that in. Ta, ta, ti, ta, ta. Oops. All right, so we've got the next part. Here it is. Pause the video, see if you can figure that out. And here are the last 2 measures, or the last measure. No, that's just one sound. So what note would that be? All right, let's go ahead and put it in. So it starts with ta, ta, ta. And then it goes to ta-ti, ta-ti, ta. Ta-ti, ta-ti, ta. So let's go ahead and clap this together. And say our rhythmic syllables. 1, 2, from the beginning. Ta, ta, ta. Ta-ti, ta-ti, ta. Ta, ta-ti, ta, ta. Ta, ta-ti, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. Ta-ti, ta-ti, ta. How did you do with dictating it, with writing it down? Were you able to get all of those rhythms right? If so, good job. And if not, then we just need to practice more, and that's okay too. Let's keep going on. So the new note, as I said in the beginning, that we're going to be learning is the note G. And if you look at my tone ladder, you'll see that D is the highest note that we have. So G is quite a bit lower. I'm going to show you what this looks like on the recorder. Before I do, you need to figure out which one is your left hand. So hold your hands up to the screen. Your left hand is the one that mirrors this hand right here. So make sure your hand is the mirror with my hand. That is your left hand. Your left hand is going to have those 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, are going to be, your pinky is the only finger that we are not going to be using on this G. So let's go ahead and put our fingers 1, 2, and 3 down on the top 3 holes, and our thumb is going to cover the back hole of the recorder. Now, our other hand, our left hand is going, or our right hand, your left hand is on top. Your right hand, your thumb is going to be on, I put little fuzzy black dots on our recorders. So if you have one of those, go ahead and put your right thumb on that so that you can support it. And here is what it sounds like. I'm using foggy, warm, gentle breath to play this. So see if you can match that same tone. Okay, let's try it again. I'll play it first. If you're not getting the right sound, then make sure you've got finger warts, that you're covering those holes up, and that you're using really gentle, warm air. Go. All right, let's keep going on. So this is what the fingering chart looks like. We're covering up those top 3 holes and putting our thumb on the back hole. That's what that little hole is. The little dot is on that fingering chart. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to be playing the top line that's written, and then we're going to improvise. If you've been through the last 2 levels, then you should know what the word improvise means. That means that we are going to make up different melodies with the notes that we already know. So we already know the high C, so show me your high C. That's where we make our little giraffe. We put our thumb and our middle finger together. Thumb covers the back hole, middle finger covers the second hole. That is our high C. Make sure you've got that sound. The A is the second note that we learned. That's when we drop down our pointer finger on the top hole. Make sure you've got that note. And then D was when we start with our giraffe, and we are going to open the door of our thumb. So our thumb lifts off, and this is what the D sounds like. Make sure you've got that. And then we just learned the G. So 3 fingers down on the front, thumb covering the back hole. Here it is. So what we're going to do is we are going to play that top line as it's written. Why don't you pause the video right now and see if you can just practice it, getting those rhythms and those notes. All right, you should have paused it, and we are ready to play that top line and then improvise on that second line. Here we go. I'm going to play the top line, and then I'm going to give you a minute to practice or to play and improvise on that second line, and then I will play you my improvisation. Here we go. Together on the top line. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's try that one more time. I was a little squeaky. Even sometimes I make mistakes. Here we go. 1, 2, top line, go. How is it? Are you feeling pretty confident? If not, pause it. Keep practicing it until you've got it. So this time I'm going to play the top line. You are going to improvise on the bottom line. So this would be another opportunity that you could press pause and practice improvising with those notes C, A, G, and D. Here we go. My turn playing the top line, and then you improvise on the bottom. Go. Okay, this time I'm going to play the top line and I'm going to improvise. If you want to improvise at the same time with me, that's just fine. Here we go. Top line first. How was your improvisation? Was it different than mine? Probably. All right, so now we are going to be talking about the treble clef. So the treble clef evolved. That means it changed a lot over the years. So it started out looking like the letter G. So if you look at these symbols in the upper left-hand corner, you can see a G, and then it just kind of changed all wonky, and now it looks like the music symbol that we're used to, the treble clef. It is also called the G clef. So now we know, because at this point you should be working on reading notes on the treble clef. If you give me a thumbs up and your fingers out, we have 5 lines on the treble staff. And we always, always, always start on the bottom when we're reading, just like if we were climbing a ladder. So let's go ahead and see if we can figure out where the G goes. E, G, B, D, F. These are the lines of the treble clef. Show me your spaces on those spaces in between your fingers. F, A, C, E. It's as easy as can be. So let's go back to those lines. E, G. What line is that? It's the second line. So I'm going to take this G right here, and it is our lowest note that we've learned right now. So we've got G is a line note. What kind of line is A? Or what kind of note is A? A is a space note. What about C? C is also a space note. And then D is what kind of note? It is a line note. So now we have 2 line notes and 2 space notes. All right, so now what we're going to learn is we're going to learn this melody. Remember that rhythm that we learned at the beginning that you wrote down, hopefully? This is the same rhythm, but now we are adding a melody. So I need you to pause this video and see if you can practice playing this before I show you how to play it, because I want you to actually learn how to read the notes. So pause the video, look at those notes, see if you can figure out playing the rhythm and the melody on your recorder. When you're ready to go, I'll be right there with you. All right, let's go ahead and take this line by line. I'm going to start on the top line. That first note is a C, and I'm actually even going to write that in just so that we remember. So C, but I'm not going to write in all of the other notes, because as a musician, we want to get to the point where we can read those notes on the staff without having to write the letters. But if you need to write those letters in, go ahead and do that on your own rhythm sheet that you wrote out. Okay, when you're ready, echo after me. We're starting on our high C, and I'm going to take it a little bit slow. Go. Look at the second line. We're starting on C again. Oh, look, every single line starts on the same note. They all start on C. So let's look at the second line. And then notice that the C goes up. So that means it's going to go up to the D. Here we go. Echo after me. Look at the third line, starting on C again. My turn. All right, let's look back. There's something weird that says D, C, all fine. But actually in music, it says D, C, all fine. And the DC stands for da capo. Da capo al fine means that when we play this canon, we are going to play it from the top to the bottom, but then we repeat, we go back up to the top and we play until fine, which means finished or the end. So I'm going to play the first 2 lines, and you're going to echo after me, and then I'll play the last 2 lines and you'll echo after me, but then we have to go back up to the top and you'll echo after me. Here we go. My turn first. Go. My turn. My turn. How did you do? Now, if you pause this video and go back into the level 3 classroom and click on Recorder Canon, you can see me playing this canon with myself. So go ahead and pause this video so that you can see what the final product looks like. And then let's go ahead and play this together, not in canon the first time. And then I will play it and we'll see if you can actually play it in canon with me. Here we go. Together. 1, 2, ready, go. Did you remember to go back up to the top after the da capo al fine? I hope so. Okay, this time we are going to try to play it in canon. Now you see those boxes at the top? I'm going to outline those in, let's do blue. So this box right here that says 1, that means that the first person starts there, and then the second person starts there. So what's going to happen is I am going to play C, A, and then you, I know it's a little confusing because you think that you start playing the G, but you actually start at the beginning. So I will play C, A, and then you play C, A. So basically you're playing everything I'm playing, but you're playing it one measure after me. Again, if you want to pause the video and go back into the level 3 classroom, click on the recorder canon. You can hear me playing it with myself. Here we go. We're going to take it slowly. My turn first. Go ahead and pause it or go back and try that as many times as you need. And I know it can get really frustrating because this is a new skill that we are working on and it is tricky. Playing in canon is tough. So if you don't have it 100%, don't sweat it. It's okay. All right, and that takes us to the end of our lesson. Make sure that you go to Seesaw. What I need you to do on Seesaw is play me that canon. So I'll go back one. You're just going to play the C, A, G, C, C, D, D, C, that whole canon. Now, obviously, you're not going to be playing it in canon with yourself. I just want to make sure that you can play the whole thing by yourself. So stop the video, click on the Seesaw link, and record yourself playing it. Okay, I will see you next time. Great job today.